show you how I recycled my husband's shirt into a cute little top like this. And also, after watching this video, if you think of any better techniques, do share it with me. I'm always keen to improve. Now let's just jump straight to the tutorial. For this project, apart from usual sewing items, we will need a seam ripper and an elastic thread. I believe seam ripper doesn't need an explanation, but with respect to an elastic thread, this usually comes in two colors, white and black. We don't have to worry about matching this with our fabric because this will be used in bobbins and goes on the wrong side of the fabric. And also, please note we will use an elastic thread only for certain places, which you'll understand as you follow. As a first step, use a seam ripper to remove your pockets if you have any. This is how your shirt should look once the pocket has been removed. Now from one armhole to the other, I'm just going to cut the shirt straight across. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the button layouts as well, which I plan to use as a neck strap at a later point. Once it's done, we need to go ahead and sew the raw edges, which is basically hem. I'm going to sew using a 1 cm seam allowance. This is how it looks once that's done. Like I said before, we will be needing an elastic thread for this, and I've threaded my bobbin with the same. In straight lines, we are going to use straight stitch and sew along. It's easier if you draw lines using fabric chalk and then sew on them. I missed this step though. This process is called shearing. Whenever you use an elastic thread, always make sure your stitch length is at its maximum. Make sure to have your right side in front of you so that the bobbin thread goes on the other side of the fabric. Avoid backstitching while shearing because it will make your fabric messy. So leave out extra threads to tie end knots to secure the stitches. You can go ahead and shear how many of the lines you want. I'm planning on doing maybe 4 or 5 lines. And also another important thing to note is once you're done with the second line, you will find an elastic nature attached to your fabric, which is what we want as well. So when that's happening, you should always make sure you stretch out the fabric like I'm doing here while sewing. Since we haven't backstitched, all we have to do now is to put some end knots using our threads. From one end, mark your chest measurement without stretching out. In my case, it's exactly my measurement after shearing. So for you, let's take for an instance, it's 29 inches. Just hold on to that point, turn your dress inside, align your edges and sew. This way we'll have one whole top. The sewed end will technically be at your back side. If you think about it, we are using the shirt's back as our front and front part as back. In place of buttons, we are joining the ends. As a next step, I'm going to clean the button layouts to make it look neat. Like I'm doing here, mark your neck cross measurement. Turn your dress inside, pin and sew your neck straps on the front side, and then mark the measurements taken on the straps. At the measured point, pin the strap in an X manner on the back side. We need to do this for both the sides as well, and also make sure to have the button side lower so that we can make it a little fancy by putting on buttons at the back. this is how the top should look from the back. And yeah, with this we are done with our top.
Hey, if you've come this far, then thank you so much for watching. And also, please do try this at home and share the results with me. I'll be so happy to take a look. And also, if you think this video has entertained you or benefited you in any way, please do like, share and subscribe. This is Joy from ForJoy, and I hope that I've given you some joy. Have a good rest of your day or evening. Take care. Bye-bye.